So let's deal for a moment with what it means to find a common denominator. When one is trying to work with a problem like 1/2 plus 1/3, we can see the addition is fairly easily. We union the amounts. Here's the answer. We can't name that answer because pieces aren't of the same size. So the task is to figure out how we can get pieces of the same size. If one goes through an exploration, one could, for instance, exchange the 1/2 for 4ths, but the 3rd cannot be exchanged for 4ths. The 5th won't exchange for either one of them. Eventually, one arrives at the 6th, and in fact, the 3rd changes into 2/6, the 1/2 changes into 3/6, and so those are different names for the same amounts. 1/2 becoming 3/6, 1/3 becoming 2/6. My answer then is 5/6. After some exploration, finding that common denominator is a matter of finding a common area. And so what we're confronted with is, with the 3rd and the 1/2, how can we find a common area? Well, a common area means that really what I want to do is to take this amount and I want to figure out what the common area is. Now, some people would put it exactly like this. What I really want to show you is that as long as it's like this, it's fine. What we're finding is the common area is that amount. So by crossing the areas, we come out with the common amount that can exchange for both pieces. So with the 1/2 plus the 3rd, I would cross the areas, find the common area, and then proceed to replace the 1/2 and the 3rd with their equivalent amounts. And my answer becomes 5/6. So finding a common denominator comes from the words common area. Finding a common area allows you to name both of the fraction amounts and rename them in this new size. So let's look at a problem like 1/3 plus 1/4. Actually, let's do it a little differently. Let's do 1/4 plus 2/3. So our problem becomes 1/4 plus 2/3. We're confronted with needing to find a common area that is shared by both the 4th and the 3rd. The common area that's shared by both the 4th and the 3rd turns out to be the 12ths. I now can rename the 1/4 as 3/12. I can rename the 2/3 as 8/12. And we see that our answer then is 8, 9, 10, 11 12ths. Because I used this common area, which becomes the common denominator. The 1/4 plus 2/3, the common denominator is 12ths, which happens to be the product of the denominators. But a child understanding what common denominator means, it means finding a common area that will be used to replace and rename each of the fraction amounts in the problem. And that's how you find a common denominator. Many of us are 21 years old or older, and we have never quite understood what a common denominator means, other than it was given to us as a rule. But we didn't really realize it meant finding a common area that renames both of the fraction amounts. Thank you.